Hello, dear.
Do you?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Do I look huge? Do I look jacked?
You look big.
Nice.
I don't know if the jacked is
You don't
really
know if
good. It's like you wished.
Thank you. Yeah.
fill out-
Wishful hearing.
Yeah.
Can you just tell me I look jacked in this chair?
You look jacked in that chair.
Thank you
You
so
do.
much. Yeah. Welcome to the podcast, guys. Or ladies.
Oh. Thank
Welcome.
you.
Yeah.
Thanks. Happy to be here.
Yeah. Congratulations on being the first female guests of. Hello
Thank you.
Dear.
That's what.
I feel like you shouldn't say that. You shouldn't point that out.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine.
America told me they weren't ready for this, but I said,
two.
Yeah.
Two at a time.
Two at
I
a
know.
time, too.
Yeah.
That's the only way they can handle women.
Exactly. Yeah.
In groups.
In groups.
And we
Yeah.
are recording this in the bathroom just to make everyone comfortable.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We're
yeah.
gabbing in the bathroom.
Just a couple of girls gabbing. And you.
Yeah. Just a guy watching two girls talk
Oh.
in the bathroom.
It's my favorite video from the 90s.
You're both very funny comedians. Thank you for joining. We had a sick car ride over here where you talked, just a lot of shit about everybody we know.
That's not true.
That's not.
We talked about politics. We
Yeah.
talked
We
about the future.
We said nice things about people we know.
Yeah. I just support female comics, and you were saying a lot of mean things about them, and I just wanted to, stand up for them.
Okay, do you want to go ahead? You want to name some names, Pedro?
Yeah, who do I think is really talented?
Put the
and
rebuttal on my.
and,
Yeah.
and deserves all their Instagram followers.
Put them on blast
Yeah.
in a good way. Because that's bad, isn't it? If you put somebody on blast.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like pejorative.
Right. It means you're blasting out the bad things about them.
How did you guys meet? I actually don't know this.
I didn't open mic.
How all great friendships
Yeah.
in comedy begin.
How did any of us meet?
Yeah.
Probably we all met at open mics.
Do you remember which open mic?
Oh, how could we forget? We were the only two women, of
Right.
course,
Classic.
naturally. It was Bunga's Den? No. It was
Otto's Shrunken Head.
Nice.
When Neruda.
Afternoon one?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
3 p.m.
We were classy. We were there at 3 p.m.
Yeah.
Yes.
in a bar.
Yeah. And again, we were the only two women. And I think we were friendly, but then there was an emotional moment where a male comedian was mean to you and it made you tear up. And then we became friends.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that used to happen a lot. And now I just don't really talk to any male comedians who
Yeah.
I don't already know.
Yeah.
I'm a fortress. Now I'm just a bitch.
Yeah. Well, according to them.
Yeah.
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 But do you remember what what jokes you were doing that day?
Wow, Pedro. Great question.
I don't.
I imagine I was probably doing. No, I don't.
Do you have any jokes you still do from your first 2 years in comedy?
Yeah.
Which one?
You can pull out your eyelashes to make more wishes joke.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
not that one. No. It's another
okay.
hair related joke. It's
Okay, yeah.
I pull out my gray hairs and floss
Floss
with
with-
them. Teach
Yeah,
them a lesson.
that's
them a
really
lesson.
good.
That
Yeah.
was one of my first jokes I
Yeah.
wrote.
I love that joke.
Thank you.
Mary, what about you?
No, I used to close with a gross pussy joke, and
What's changed, Mary?
not much, not
Yeah.
much.
The subject matter remains.
The
but,
subject
yeah.
matter
The
remains.
delivery?
I won't say I have evolved at all, but I used to end with one, and then I feel like I tried to do it a few years ago, and it just didn't really work. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe I'll move on from this one. It was about how my pussy's wet and good, which I still talk about.
Oh, I love that
I still talk
joke.
about it. Didn't maybe I should bring it back.
That was funny where
It
you
is-
talk about it, my pussy's so good it's anal.
No.
Oh, that's
a
funny.
diff-
Yeah.
Oh,
That's,
I forgot about
I
that
fucking
joke.
love that joke.
I forgot about that joke. I really.
My pussy's so good it does anal, I think is.
Oh,
Is that what you
Yeah.
said?
I forgot about. I've really explored that subject matter from all angles at this point. So sometimes I am like, you know what? I could go back to that one.
Modern day philosophers.
is there a joke that you forgot about that you recently remembered and were like, oh, I could try that again?
A joke that I've been trying to figure out how to do is about it has too many themes. I don't know. It's the German Wings. Remember the pilot who killed himself with the plane? He flew his plane into the
Yeah.
Oh,
into
yeah,
the
'cause he
French
was-
Alps.
Yeah, I do remember.
And he killed everybody on board. But then they found when they were doing the investigation that his search history was like, how strong or like what's the lowest a plane will fly on autopilot?
Oh.
Like how strong is a cockpit door? Like he was obviously going to do this.
Yeah, he was playing it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So the joke I've been trying to tell for like 15 years is, well, maybe like 9, is like his search history dictated what he was going to do. Like, what does my search history tell me that I'm going to do? And I just haven't been able to weave it all together in a way that's funny and brief.
What is your recent search history?
Well, the examples I use in the joke are like successful comedians discovered in their 40s.
Yeah, I know this joke. I love this joke.
Yeah, well, it used to be 30s, but that's how long I've been telling it.
I've seen it evolve.
Yeah. How to get period blood out of a mattress.
Yeah.
And how long is Indian food good for?
Are there?
Is 3-week-old Indian food safe to eat?
Yeah. Is it?
I never
Probably
actually
not.
Googled it. I think I just made that
No,
up.
I can answer that without Google.
Yeah.
No.
But naan probably is.
If it's not
naan.
moldy,
Yeah. Or paneer, maybe. Cheese. Cheese stays good for 3 weeks. Okay.
It depends
Only
on
one way to find out. It's my future.
And then what's on your algorithm? Which is a slightly different question than what's your...
Oh, you mean like my For You page?
Yeah, and just like when you open Instagram, what is the stuff that just happens?
Okay. Well, I don't really look at Instagram Reels so much, which I think is...
Oh, really?
Yeah, I look at TikTok more than...
Okay, so TikTok.
TikTok, I get a lot of... Right now I'm getting a lot of political stuff, like very pro Kamala, and which is fine. I like... Or, people re-editing like the Trump... like the things he said during the debate, like they're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats, which is great. I love
like putting a beat behind it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
fun.
kind of sick.
And then like a choreographed dance. One I've been seeing that's great is Trump saying, it's his voiceover saying like, imagine you send your kid off for school, you say, bye, Jimmy, I love you. And then he comes back with a horrific operation. So it's like parents sending their 8-year-old out the door, like boy, and then he comes back in full drag, and it's very funny to me.
Oh, so it's all stuff you enjoy. That's
yeah,
nice.
yeah. No, I don't get any. I don't really see anything gross.
Well, it just there's nothing where that makes you feel bad about yourself, I guess.
No,
because that happens a lot with me with my algorithm.
Oh, really?
Like,
what are you doing?
We
Pedro?
were just talking about this, how men's algorithms take them down like dark paths.
Yeah, what is it?
Women's
like?
algorithms are just make them like buy stuff.
Yeah, mine is all shopping.
Yeah.
German interiors.
Oh.
People from Summer House and dogs.
Okay.
That's it. That's
very
all I get.
positive,
What's a German interior?
Oh, I've just been really into like German interior design.
Okay, but like what is the aesthetic?
A lot of like little lamps everywhere with very warm light, a lot of big plants.
Incendent lamp. How do you say little in German?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
Like, it's all translated.
Yeah.
And then like cute art and everything's like cozy.
Okay.
But also not over. It's like a little bit sparse.
Okay, it's not like cottagecore.
No.
Okay.
No. It's not cutesy. It's
Okay.
German.
It's German. There's something cute about it.
Yeah, no, there is.
It's brutal.
Anyway, I
The joke I was
interrupted.
going to make is just pictures of the Auschwitz Museum.
Yeah.
See, if I were,
You don't like Holocaust humor?
I love Holocaust humor.
Did you ever do a Holocaust joke?
Yeah. I got fired from the cruise for the Holocaust joke.
Oh, that's right.
But it's really more
Took
about
a
my
brick.
parents than
Yeah.
Then that was actually the first joke I told was the Holocaust brick joke.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, if I were a man into German interiors, I would have gotten Auschwitz pics by now.
Yeah,
but since
definitely.
I'm a woman, they're like, we're going to keep it
Yeah.
cute, I think.
Just like German woods.
They're just going to try to get me to buy shit, and it's
Yeah.
working.
So wait, what's on yours, Pedro?
Oh, it's a lot of insane fitness dudes.
Oh.
One guy, he did this is actually kind of funny. He did a 5K that was all burpees.
What?
He had to do it for 5K. Oh my! Like stopping each time.
Yeah, and he went 5 kilometers doing burpees. And he was like, "Thank you so
and the
much."
way you phrased it, he had to do. Did you say?
No, I didn't say he had to. I
Okay.
said he just did it.
He
Was like, yeah. And then, he was like, thank you so much for supporting me on this journey.
Oh my
of like
God.
the dumbest thing I've ever done.
Did he was he changed after?
No, he looked the same. He's just like a scary ripped guy.
Okay,
Yeah.
but he didn't seem like he had any personal growth.
No, I don't think there's any personal growth happening inside of his head. Yeah.
Only physical growth.
Yeah.
That's all he's interested in.
Yeah, and also it's funny. He has a lot of like before pictures. He's like, I used to look like this, and he was like also ripped.
You're like, ew.
He's just like now like huger.
How do you think you got have you been exploring fitness? I mean, why are you getting these fitness guys?
I think a friend of mine was like, "Yo, I can't really be like, I don't know how this happened." A friend of mine was like, "Yo, check out this dude Wes Watson. He's insane, and he's just like a guy that was in prison and is now a fitness dude, and he just screams about like how." You're supposed to like get your fucking racks up. He lives in Miami. He's like,
Okay.
he's always talking about like how he got rich, but then it's like, wait, but like, what did you get rich from? And it's like that, just like yelling about being rich
Got him rich?
is how he got rich.
Wow.
He's like, I started making content in my prison cell, and fucking now look at me. And so anyway, I started following that guy.
Manifesting.
I know.
Yeah.
Get arrested.
And,
First
and,
step.
honestly, I loved it. And then now it's just more, more stuff like
Wow.
that.
And it makes you feel bad?
No, it is. I actually like think it's
Okay.
funny. Yeah.
That's good.
But when I'm like not feeling amazing about my body, and then it's just like
Yeah.
the most aggressive chiseled abs of all time, I guess I'm not. I'm like, well, I could be doing. I
Yeah.
could be doing more 5K burpees.
I mean, duh.
That's just Instagram, though.
Yeah.
Like, want to look at perfect bodies.
Yeah.
That even if you have a perfect body, which obviously
We all
do.
Yeah.
It makes you feel.
It is. That's cool. That's what a coincidence.
I
That is
know.
nice that
This
we
is
all-
a body positivity podcast.
It is.
It is.
But only if your body's perfect.
Yeah.
And your face.
Yeah.
And then what else comes up? I mean, comedians I'm jealous of. That's class.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
classic.
Or like how'd they get that?
Yeah.
How they got that.
And then it's a lot of like,
A lot
for a little bit, it was like a lot of language people that it was like, oh, white guy speaks Mandarin.
Oh.
And then isn't that surprising how
yeah,
well I
yeah,
speak
yeah.
Mandarin? And it's like kind of cool, but also very cloying.
Yeah. I hate the AI voice.
Oh, it's the worst.
Yeah.
And then I'm not on TikTok at all, so I don't.
Oh.
TikTok doesn't know me at all, which
Yeah.
is kind of nice. I'll go on and the first recommendation will be like Mr. Beast talking about how he got successful. It's like I don't want to watch this.
He's like,
I'm barely on TikTok and I
Yeah.
feel like it doesn't know me, but I was getting a lot of videos on TikTok for a while of women who've just been broken up with sobbing.
Oh.
Have you ever gotten?
Oh, that's funny.
That's fun.
But it's like it'll
That's
be like
weird.
like a woman like literally like in the corner of her home like sobbing like this is how I feel after
Whoa.
he cheated, but I have to pull it together for my kids. And
Oh
I'm
my
like,
god.
what made you think I wanted to
Whoa.
see this?
Also, why
And
are
it
you
was like a
recording
lot of
this?
them.
Is it compelling?
This is like a meme. No, I guess it's compelling in that it's like really disturbing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
I think the first couple of times I was like, is this a joke?
Yeah.
And it's not a joke.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't think I get any of that on mine. I don't.
There's a lot of human tragedy on these things.
Yeah.
I don't just mean like, whatever, like wars happening and you see videos, but I just mean like domestic tragedy.
Yes.
Like there's one this lady seems like a really good person, but it was like it was her talking about because she has this like really large son who's like a teenager and he has autism and he gets violent sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And it was her like showing how she deals with him when he gets violent and he wants something and he keeps like hitting her.
Yeah.
And she's like redirecting and it's like first it's like I feel horrible for this lady. Also she seems like a really good person because
Yeah.
she's being so patient. And then also I'm like, why do you have a camera set up?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, she
How did
seems
you
like
get-
a good person.
how did you
except
get the
filming
tribe-
that
Yeah.
for like followers? Is
No, I
like
know,
a
it was-
bitch move.
But
Yeah.
I think it was in a way it might be like kind of advice for other
Right.
moms who have I don't know.
Yeah.
I think there's a way to interpret it that she's not just a
Right.
an algorithm fame seeker, but it was like really disturbing.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, it's like how did you? It's like did you just have the camera set up and then you were like, let me see if I can piss off my son, or it's just I just don't know what happened, but I felt like really that was compelling.
Yeah.
I watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
I was like, how's she gonna redirect it? This guy's massive. I wonder how
Yeah.
she so
That's wild.
yeah.
Well, it's
Yeah.
like those people who make a big deal out of like taking a homeless person shopping or, or giving them
Yeah.
a hair. It's like,
I mean that's Mr. Beast's whole thing.
oh, yeah.
People fall for it.
Yeah.
Your nephews love Mr. Beast.
Yes, I
Yeah.
think.
They they have his Feastables.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they like
What
his
are
merch. They're
Feastables?
really just
Is that like
merch.
Lunchables?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I forgot
and
that.
Mr. Beast and Logan Paul are collabing now on like a
Oh.
Lunchables alternative.
Isn't
It's just-
Logan
And some
Paul like
kinda
a
like
bad
candy.
guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so is Mr. Beast, and I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think a lot of these people are bad people.
Yeah, they did go to like a specific Walmart when we were there to get some kind of candy
Yeah.
that he'd made.
Yeah.
Mr. Beast candy, branded candy that was like only at this Walmart.
Jesus.
And then he kept being like, "Try it, it's good." And I was like, "It looks like it's gonna kill me." I was like so neon and gummy, and it just looked.
You didn't
awful.
try it?
I don't think I did.
Oh, this is a good question. What's the youngest thing you're aware of? Like, you know, like Gen Alpha, like slang or culture or whatever that you could like explain confidently.
Oh. Well, that puts a hitch in my giddy up there, I think.
Oh, really? Why?
I was going to say skibbity toilet, but I can't explain it.
You can't explain
No,
it?
but my understanding is that no one can.
Okay.
I can explain it pretty well.
Okay, go off.
Okay, it's a series of 30-second to minute-long videos.
They're longer now.
They're longer now.
That's
Wow,
one thing I
bitch.
know.
All
That's
right,
what the kids told me
so-
because I said that and they were like, "Nope, it's longer now."
Yeah, okay. So wrong. Okay, it's a series of videos ranging between 30 seconds to maybe 5 minutes. Is
I
that-
don't know.
Yeah.
I don't ask follow-up questions.
But generally, I think they're all in vertical format, but maybe a lot of them are in vertical format. Some of them are in horizontal format. And the first video is a kind of nightmarish video game graphic style thing that where like a guy's head comes out of a toilet
Right.
and he's scatting, and that's kind of it. And then
Okay.
the lore became more complicated as the videos kept being released.
Gotcha.
There are a lot of people watch them. I think the reason I'm like, it is really weird, but it reminds me of stuff that I used to watch that was very absurd and strange and disturbing
Right.
on the early internet.
Yeah.
It's like kind of the same thing.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, it's less exciting when you
really break it down.
into
Yeah.
its component parts. Yeah,
I mean, I don't know. I guess I don't know what the youngest thing.
that's a pretty classic one,
Right? I feel like
yeah,
that's pretty.
I think that's a good one.
Thank you.
You teach teenagers, so yeah.
Yeah, they use all their dumbass slang with me.
Yeah.
The worst one I found out about recently is they say "ah" instead of "ass," so they'll be like,
yeah.
"Oh, goofy ah," or like "freaky ah,"
Oh, that
Just
is
say
annoying.
ass.
and it's like TikTok language
Yeah.
bleeding into real
Oh,
language,
they're
censoring
like
themselves.
censoring
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
but they use it constantly.
Ah.
Yeah, like goofy ah.
Like goofy ass.
Yeah,
Goofy, like you're a goofy ah.
yeah. Like say ass,
Yeah.
12-year-old. I want to hear you say ass.
I know. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is I think. Yeah. I guess mine might be Skid Toilet. I know a lot about Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast. I feel like he's kind of over though, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
People have been.
Because he got too rich.
But
Yeah.
he's-
People have been like soft canceling him.
Yeah.
just-
just kind of being like, oh, this guy's only in it for.
I mean, that's
obvious,
That's
but-
obvious. Yeah. I almost feel like that wouldn't even. I also think it's not a real cancellation. It's just more like. What I keep seeing is people that used to work for his production company being like, "Yeah, it's kind of a mess over there."
Oh, really? Is he
Yeah.
mean? Is he toxic? Or
I don't
is
think
he-
so. I think he just shouldn't have. He's just like a entrepreneur that then started making a shit ton of money, but then hired his friends to
Oh, I see.
work for a
Just
production
kind of a
company.
shit show.
Scott, would you agree with that? Are you were? Oh, okay, yeah,
Oh wow.
Oh, let's take a look.
yeah. Let's take a look at the controversy.
Let's read
This is
about
exciting.
Mr. Beast getting soft
How
What
cancels.
to
old
know
is
about
he?
the allegations against Mr. Beast and his company? 14-minute read. All right, let's
Here we go. We
fucking
got
tuck in.
time.
Yeah.
Everybody
my
take
God.
a paragraph.
I think the general ding against him is that it's like cynical philanthropy, which
Right.
that's kind of obvious
Well,
from the
duh.
beginning.
yeah.
But then there's more stuff about like, I guess, poor work conditions.
Oh.
What did Mr. Beast get diagnosed with? Whoa.
Whoa.
List of accusations leveled against the YouTuber.
He's ugly.
That's number one. Yeah.
He got
got it
diagnosed with Fuggo disorder.
Yeah, being beat with the ugly stick.
Damn.
He would not be on this podcast.
There are a lot of allegations about hiring, like sexual misconduct.
Oh, okay. Wow,
Ooh.
yeah.
Now we're talking.
Got it. Yeah. Oh, so yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
Continually releasing these videos, and they get millions of views.
Got it. Yeah. Well, I'll dig in later because I think
Good.
this is kind of one of the more important stories going on in America.
Yeah,
in America right now.
Obviously.
I do like the name of this website that you pulled up, Scott, is Sportskeeda, which kind of sounds like Skibbity Toilet.
It does. I feel like they could be in league together.
Yeah.
I think that's a reliable source for Mr. Beast content.
I think it
more
is, yeah, that's
nonsensical.
true. Yeah,
Just
that
like,
is
I'll
true.
believe this.
Yeah, if it's the Washington Post, it's like you guys have no idea what you're talking about. You don't even speak this language.
Yeah.
Sportskeeda.
Thank you, Scott. I appreciate the
Thank you.
pulling it up.
Scott,
What's
quick on
what's
the
the oldest thing you're aware of slash like so for example I in the morning sit in a chair and just look out the window.
Okay.
And I feel like that's like an old man behavior kind of thing.
The oldest behavior
Yeah, the oldest behavior you have.
I
yeah.
do. I mean, I take a lot of baths.
That's really nice. Yeah.
yeah. I take a lot of baths.
Do you do some good thinking in the bath?
I read in the bath.
Oh,
Ooh.
that's nice.
I splash around.
Do you really splash around?
I just have fun.
Yeah, it's good.
Just get out my toys.
Yeah,
My bath toys, not sexual.
yeah.
Yeah. It's fun. I don't have any toys. Sometimes the cat comes in and looks at me, and I'm like, "You're fat too."
What about the oldest? Yeah, I knew your cat.
You know him.
Yeah,
He's a hefty boy.
Yeah.
But we're body positive here on Hello
That's
Dear,
nice.
so
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
We
he's
are.
beautiful, just the way he is.
But what about the oldest piece of culture that you're like a fan of? Like old movie, old music?
Oldest piece of culture that I'm a fan of. I mean, I guess, I don't know. I like old music a lot. I like old movies. I mean, I just recently watched Sunset Boulevard for the first time.
Oh, nice.
And
Is it as good as?
it's become one of my top 5.
Oh, that's cool.
I would say of all time. It's so good.
Yeah.
I
Black-
don't know. I love old stuff.
I love old movies, but I do think I have a real gap in my film knowledge of like
Yeah.
black and like pre-color era. I think and yeah, but the few that I've seen though, I do think like because there's the limitation of they don't have color in them. The framing is always really
Right.
interesting. The way they play with light is always cool. So yeah, and the dialogue in old movies is always like a lot more kind of flowery and
Yeah.
literary than contemporary movies. So I
Yeah.
do like that about it.
Yeah. I also recently watched Casablanca, which I had seen, but I
Yeah.
think I'd never like watched it fully.
Yeah.
It was good.
What about you, Mary? What's the oldest piece of culture you're a fan of?
I feel like you could you could answer this for me. I don't know. I feel like a lot of it. I seem so uncultured. I mean, I like old movies.
Yeah.
I like old music.
Old art,
Yeah.
obviously. Old art.
Old art.
Beowulf.
Beowulf is sick. I read Beowulf in 6th grade
Yeah.
and not since.
Did it connect?
No, no.
Yeah.
I read it in college.
Yeah,
Did
it
it
was
connect?
ridiculous.
Yeah.
That we.
Really? You liked
No,
it?
I don't know.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I just remember they were like, study its brickwork, the golden walls. That's all I remember from Beowulf.
Study its brickwork?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? What does that mean?
I don't know. It was something about the city he was in.
Oh.
It was a line from the poem.
I don't remember shit. I was way too young. I went to this stupid school where they had us read it.
Yeah, that is too young to read Beowulf.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is the oldest? I mean, like lifestyle wise, I really like to take supplements, but I feel like that's like a young woman's game now.
Now,
that's like-
but-
yeah,
But I
used
think
to
I
be
was
old.
into it before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone like putting my like I don't actually have one of those like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday through, but I've thought about getting them
Well, next birthday.
to just take my vitamins. Yeah.
Who's the filmmaker who made Cleo from 9 to 5? Who's that filmmaker again?
Agnes Varda.
Yeah, you like her movies. I guess that's
Yeah,
like,
I like a lot of like older but that's like from the 70s.
Yeah,
so I
so that's
wouldn't
not
say
that
that's
old,
like
yeah.
super
Right.
old, but I
Yeah.
love a lot of like film from the 70s, especially like foreign filmmakers. I
Yeah.
mean,
I like jazz.
nice.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
old.
Me too. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is old. Yeah. So yeah, I like that. I like
War.
I do. I do.
What's
yeah.
your favorite war?
It's a good question.
Yeah. What's your favorite war?
I mean, it's hard to beat World War II just because I feel like
It is kind of the
Yeah.
goat. The goat.
It
Yeah.
is. But then you think about of all the wars. I mean, like the 100 Years' War, like that's crazy. It went on for 100 years.
Yeah. When was that?
I don't know. I just remember the
Some
name.
100 years.
Some
period
100
of time, yeah.
year.
Yeah.
Mary probably knows.
I don't
She
remember
went to that
history.
school reading Beowulf.
Yeah,
at,
true.
At
Yeah.
12.
I don't even know who was in the 100 Years War.
Probably England and France.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe.
I think there might have been a different period of time, but I think there was a period of time in like the 1400s, where Britain and France were at war for like all
A
of
long
that time.
time,
Over what? I mean, they're like,
Yeah, good
you
question.
know-
They just didn't like each other.
Yeah.
what are we fighting for, guys?
Can't we all just get along?
You got two similarly sized countries. Just like let it go.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
got that channel between you.
I feel
Yeah,
like
I-
Catholicism had something to do with
It's
it.
always Catholicism.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great question. Actually, I literally have no idea. I mean, when you take a long enough view of it, it's like, what is any war about?
Right.
Kind of,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, dude.
So that makes you think.
So,
makes you think.
I mean, at its core.
But I'm like, I don't even know like what territory they were fighting over.
here we go.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
my
Feudal
God.
yes.
disputes over the Duchy of Aquitaine.
What?
Yeah. So who has the Duchy of Aquitaine now?
Oh, bitch.
So I
Wait,
don't
what's
know.
the Duchy of Aquitaine?
No idea.
We can't even click through.
Oh, that's so. Yeah, it doesn't even have its own Wikipedia. Or it probably does. It's just.
Oh my
So wait,
God.
was it actually 100 years?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah.
It was plus.
Whoa.
116
But I mean, I think it
years.
was like on and off.
Right.
You know? It's like
Yeah.
J-Lo, like J-Lo
Like-
and Ben
like
Affleck.
Gaza.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, had to say it.
Yeah.
The Cold War.
Oh, the Cold War.
Someone.
Wait, is that your favorite war, the Cold War?
Oh, I was just saying it was long.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I did see someone the other day, like, someone told a joke where they're like, I want to date someone who remembers the Cold War. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
me, bitch. And I'm
Yeah.
not that old.
Yeah. Anybody over
I think
30.
I also think we're still in the Cold War. I think
Yes!
I think we had
Yeah.
a little respite, and now we're
yeah.
we're back in it.
We're back in.
It's cold again.
Yeah.
It's cold. We're using proxies to fight the Cold War.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I do think I maybe my favorite would be the Cold War because I do find it kind of the most interesting culturally. And there wasn't
Yeah.
a lot of killing. There wasn't a lot of actual war, which I
Right.
like.
Yeah.
Because
In the
I'm,
beginning with Stalin and all that, right?
well, yeah, I guess it started out with, and I guess there was probably a lot of
Well, yeah, there's a
murder
lot of,
going on.
There's a lot of killing in the sense that, like, in the Soviet Union, a
Right.
ton of people died, but like,
Yeah.
I guess that
That's
was
not really the war. though.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Wow.
That's a great answer.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm a peaceful person.
Yeah.
So the less yeah, I just like people kind of murdered in gulags privately in their own country.
Stay out of my business.
Yeah.
For that information to
Yeah.
be buried and hidden so that we can't really ever verify it.
Yeah,
I-
yeah.
yeah.
Smart. What about you,
And then-
Pedro? What's your favorite?
My favorite
one?
war. I don't know. I mean, Mary and I are watching The Americans right now, which
Oh,
is all
okay.
about the Cold
So I think
War,
that's also why
that's
I
a
was-
big.
yeah, a
but-
little
so
bit.
that's yeah. I mean, it is World War II is
It's tough, right? Tough
yeah,
to
it's
beat.
tough to beat it.
It's got a lot. It's got the Holocaust. It's got atomic, bombs. It's got Asia. It's got a lot. Yeah, I think everything.
The world.
The world. Hawaii.
Oh wow!
I would like to make an argument for World War One.
Yeah, trench
Yeah.
warfare.
Trench
Hot.
warfare, I feel like PTSD was born. People didn't
Yeah.
have it before
Yeah.
that. No, they did.
They
But
called it shell shock.
Right.
shell shock, the impetus for World War II.
Yeah.
I think if we'd had more media coverage back then, we would maybe think of it on the same caliber. No
Yeah.
Holocaust, which is a strike against it.
But there was
In this-
Okay, Mary.
Armenian
kidding, in this
Armenian
case.
genocide though.
Oh, the Armenian genocide.
Oh, right, exactly. So
Yeah.
there was a Holocaust.
Yeah.
If we, and some people do call it that, and
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian does, and I
Oh, that's
think
good. Yeah.
yeah,
I feel
no,
like
Kim's
that-
very outspoken about the Armenian genocide.
Yeah.
That's good.
My my brother-in-law is Turkish. I wonder.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll probably ask him about that. The wedding.
next time you see him.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, are they married?
Well, a
Not
fiance,
yet. I was
yeah.
going to
Oh,
say
that's
you're
good.
jumping the gun a
brother-in-law,
little bit
yeah.
here.
Are you
I mean, what do you call? I mean, they're engaged.
soon to be?
Soon to be brother-in-law.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right. That's
yeah.
that's the calculus I ran through in my head. But anyway, the point is, I definitely want to ask him and
Yeah.
his parents
About
if they would classify.
Oh, because they're Turkish.
They're Turkish.
Yeah.
I guess the Turkish government officially doesn't recognize it as such. I
Right.
don't know if the average Turkish people, but
Right.
I'm guessing
Probably not.
he's a really nice guy. I want to make that
He-
clear.
he's
They
very
always
nice.
are.
He's really sweet. Yeah.
Are you giving a speech at the wedding?
We'll see.
Okay, because
We'll
I
see.
feel like that could be a good PS.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, yeah. That could be a good opener.
Or opener.
Yeah.
I stand with the
Webster's
Armenian
dictionary
people.
defines
Yeah.
genocide.
I'll do a bunch of those like observational Armenian material.
Oh, that's
like
good.
you notice how hairy they are, and everyone
Yeah,
will
yeah,
laugh, and
yeah.
then I'll turn
So
it
much
around
cologne.
And, yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I don't even.
No,
know if
that's
true.
yeah. No, you got
Okay.
it. Yeah.
I think tracksuits and cologne is a
Right.
pretty accurate stereotype.
like rug stores,
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that's general, like.
any Middle Eastern, like 'cause I feel
yeah.
like Jews definitely would fit in that.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Even just Mediterranean. I
Yeah.
mean,
Right.
you know,
Greeks.
Italians,
Yeah.
tracksuits and cologne, baby.
Yeah. Who's your favorite problematic artist?
Oh, good question. I mean, probably Michael Jackson.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Because it's
Yeah.
like, you know.
Did you see the musical?
No.
Would you?
My Brazilian Pilates instructor saw it and just was like, it was amazing.
Yeah.
I love Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
And talked about it for like 10 minutes. I was like, is this okay? I don't know
Yeah.
if this is okay.
I mean, I don't really still listen to his music. I would see the musical if I got a free ticket.
Yeah.
I wouldn't buy a ticket.
Yeah.
But I don't really listen to his music anymore. So I don't know. I guess maybe he's not my favorite problematic art. Maybe David Bowie, I guess, because he apparently slept with a 14-year-old.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it was the 70s.
I mean,
and
it
you
does
remember
kind of
being
feel like everyone was doing it.
I mean,
And didn't she like it?
yeah, of course she did.
I feel like there was
remember being
one where she was
14.
He's Bowie. How can you
Yeah.
say
No,
that?
I know,
Yeah.
but didn't she come out later and say?
Oh, did she say it was bad?
No, there was someone who fucked one of those 70s musicians who was like, yeah, I was like 14, but I loved it and I'd do
Oh.
it again. I think it was that one.
Okay,
yeah.
well then never mind. I take that back.
So he's not problematic.
He's not problematic. Well, I guess I can't say Woody. I don't care enough about Woody Allen's movies to like make a statement.
Oh,
on
really?
him. Yeah.
Not a single one was like meaningful to you at any point.
I mean, I love Annie Hall, but
Yeah.
it's still just like, eh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you have the guy, he's just like so gross, just like, oh,
Yeah,
just like,
yeah.
shut up.
I was on the train. This is going back to Michael Jackson. I was on the train next to someone as he was purchasing a ticket to the Michael Jackson
Oh, yeah.
musical, and I just found it funny.
Yeah.
Just like in the moment, supporting the
Yeah.
supporting the legacy.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, but I don't know. I guess because his songs come on and you're like, ooh, and then
No,
you're like, damn
for
it.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Undefeated at weddings.
Ugh. So
Yeah. Well, mine's R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah, I was gonna bring up
I
R.
have
Kelly.
that. I
Yeah.
have that issue because
Yeah.
in our neighborhood in Bed-Stuy, people still play R. Kelly all the time, and I always start dancing, and then
Yeah.
I realize it's R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I still, I mean,
Yeah.
the man is a devil with the voice of an angel.
Yeah.
Ooh. Well, fun.
The song.
Apparently, he like wrote a bunch of songs for other people too. That
Oh,
were,
yeah?
like, yeah. I think. Yeah. Someone told me that he wrote a song either for or with Celine Dion,
Wow.
and I was like, "What a pairing!"
Yeah, I
Right?
think
What
they,
a collab.
Yeah,
I feel like they duetted back in the day.
that's unbelievable.
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. The music is,
It's hard to deny.
it's really good.
It's hard to deny. He's got it.
and I kind of love that in my neighborhood people still play it and they don't give a fuck,
Yeah.
and I'm
Yeah.
just like, okay.
If my dad was here and I asked him this question, he would talk for like an hour and he would just have like
He would
be like-
answer with
he'd be
every
like,
single one
Polanski,
and
Alex.
explain
Polanski.
why.
Yeah.
Polanski's a tough sell.
Yeah.
Although I do got to say, Rosemary's Baby, great movie.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Great
absolutely.
New York movie, too.
Yeah, it's like when
Yeah.
dudes talk about the comic stuff like Burr.
Yeah.
My dad like Polanski, Jackson, Kelly. Just
Now,
like,
Diddy Combs,
yeah, wow.
newly arraigned.
Yeah. The joke we were talking about jokes we could never make work. Mine is always that France just loves like Americans who get accused of rape.
Right.
So it's just so then now it's like P Diddy, will like do like a show
Yeah.
at like the French Opera House or something. Because they love Woody Allen, Lucy
Right.
Kay, Roman Polanski, and then
Yeah.
so it's just like and then Chris D'Elia,
Oh, yeah.
anyway.
And Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah. But somehow people don't find that funny.
Huh. People are idiots, Pedro. Wait,
That's
who's your favorite canceled artist?
Canceled. I mean, Mary and I always talk about how good the TV show Louie was. Not to
Oh,
throw you
yeah.
under the bus, but
Wow, Mary.
Well, Louis is, I mean, Louis is another
Yeah, it's
honest answer of mine. Although
yeah.
I think his legacy is just like a little bit tainted for me because he's continued
Right,
on
yeah, yeah.
and it gotten worse. Whereas
Yeah.
R. Kelly's just, in jail.
prison,
So,
yeah.
so I can remember the good times.
It's better to burn out than to fade away,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah. And then besides that, I mean, I think all your answers are really good.
Thank you,
Polanski
thank you.
maybe because
Polanski's
just Rosemary's Baby is like
Yeah,
I
awesome.
feel
such a
like
great
you
movie.
you like Woody Allen.
Uh,
movies. I should
yeah,
clarify.
I like Woody Allen's parenting.
Yeah. Just adopt. Get one you want to fuck in 5 years.
I mean, Yeah, but I think and also because I mean, my dad is, he'll watch every new Woody Allen.
He
movie
saw
that
the
comes
new
out.
Woody
Yeah, yeah.
Allen
He'd be
movie
like,
the
"I can't-
last time he
there
was
were
in
no
New
young
York."
people in the theater. I couldn't believe it.
He went to the Upper East Side to the one movie theater in America where they're playing it. He was like, "Yeah," and it was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was his new movie?
No fucking idea.
Only released in
Yeah.
France,
Oh,
and
Yeah, some bullshit. So I mean,
man.
I think Woody Allen's like the quality of his work is like a kind of
Yeah.
dog shit these days. I mean, the last movie I saw of his was like
I liked Blue Jasmine a lot.
that was really good.
Yeah.
yeah.
Blue
But then there was
Jasmine,
one with like Jesse Eisenberg about Coney Island or something.
Oh, I
and it
didn't-
was,
I
like,
missed
really,
that
it was
one.
just like really boring.
that one seemed bad.
But yeah, I mean, I've seen a few of his. I've seen. I don't know. I've
Midnight
seen
in Paris was pretty good.
That
feel
I
like
didn't
I've
see.
That was okay.
Yeah, but I
I
know
liked
people
it.
really like
Yeah.
that one.
It was cute.
It was cute, yeah. But I feel like his like Bullets Over Broadway,
Yeah.
like Manhattan Murder Mystery,
I haven't seen either of those.
Oh.
he has so many. That's the
so
thing.
many, and those two are great.
Yeah,
Zelig,
Zelig's good.
I
for
fucking
sure.
love. Bananas, I love.
Yeah.
I mean, I do love his movies, but
Yeah.
I don't really watch them anymore.
Yeah, but I don't think I felt a strong sense of like, oh, this guy understands me. I think when I watched his movies, I was like, okay, this is a guy from like my parents' generation that people
Right.
really like love and feel is important, and I get it.
Yeah.
And so I think it wasn't like hitting me in the gut really.
Right. And I think a thing I realized about him that is almost more upsetting than raping your daughter,
Almost.
Yeah.
is that his affect is completely put on.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah, that's not him authentically.
Oh,
at
that's
all.
hilarious. He
He's
sounds like a
he's-
normal guy.
He's just
Yeah.
a normal guy.
Wow.
He just that's a character that
Really?
he plays.
Wow.
That like,
Yeah.
he
I
was
didn't
like
know that.
he was like a jock in high school.
For real?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
So that's
Ooh,
That's really weird.
right.
a fraud.
A fraud. Can you
Damn.
believe it?
on top of everything else.
Here's another joke. I've never even tried it on stage.
Oh,
but
here we
it
go.
makes me
I like this. This is a work. Hello, dear.
Yeah,
Workshop.
exactly. Yeah, it makes me laugh
Yeah.
to think about that. That I watched the Woody Allen documentary recently, and it made me fall in love with New York all over again.
That's funny.
That is
pretty
funny, guy. You told me that one.
Yeah, I've told you that one multiple times. Yeah. Every time Woody Allen comes up, I'm like, remember that thing I said in conversation?
There he's like, yes, New
Yeah.
York,
No,
love.
Especially funny because a lot of the documentary takes place in Connecticut.
That's true, yeah. But there is a lot of like shots of like Central Park,
Right, yeah.
And there's a whole thing about like when him and Mia Farrow were divorced, they would like cross Central, like cross the whatever you call the like thing that goes through Central Park.
The-
Duro Drive. No.
I don't know.
There's like a name for it that's
Yeah,
specific to it, but anyway, yeah. And then there's like a thing of him bringing Soon-Yi to a Knicks game, and
He brought her to a lot of Knicks games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Still
I saw them on the street. Did I ever tell you that?
Soon-Yi,
Did I
That's
yeah.
the best celebrity
That was the
sighting I've
best
ever
celebrity
heard.
sighting.
yeah.
I saw them on the upper.
That's sick.
They
Yeah.
were on the Upper East Side. He had his like canvas bucket hat on, and she was just kind of walking a few steps behind him, and he was like tottering, and she just kind of looked like his nurse, just following right behind him.
And
And
there's
that's
the-
true love.
That's
No,
love,
I
baby.
mean they're
They're in it.
they really
They're in it.
Yeah.
The heart wants what the heart wants. I hope someday to be so lucky. You know.
Yeah. To have your own Soon-Yi.
He'll have my own Soon-Yi.
Oh,
I got to get those adoption papers
wow.
rolling.
I hope that for you too.
Thank you, Pedro.
Yeah.
You deserve it.
Thank you, Mary.
I think you still got it. You could still be the nurse.
I could still.
You could find your own
Yeah.
Woody.
No,
Ugh,
absolutely.
Disgusting.
What's your this is a funny transition. What's your favorite thing about being a woman?
What the fuck kind of question
What
is
kind
that?
of question is that?
I'm curious.
I mean, I guess I don't know because I don't know what it's like to not be a woman.
Yeah. Do you not like being a woman?
I don't know because I don't know what
Yeah.
it's like to not be a woman. My favorite thing about being a woman is like using my feminine wiles to get whatever I want.
Yeah. I do notice you doing that a lot.
Yeah, I like to manipulate. I like to lie. I like to cheat
And look good while doing
and
it.
look good. Slay.
Yeah.
What about you, Mary?
Being friends with other women.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a good
That's
answer.
nice. That's a good answer. That's a good answer.
And
The sisterhood.
The sisterhood.
The sisterhood. Yeah.
Yeah, because I've had a I would say more than a glimpse of the brotherhood and all these years of doing comedy. I've been in so many spaces where I'm the only woman and the guys either forget I'm there or don't give a shit and they just act like it's just them. And I don't want to be part of that.
Yeah.
That is,
No.
I don't want to be part of that.
Especially when it turns into like just like a misogyny firestorm. You know what I mean? Like when the open mic, you can feel it shift. The energy. It's hard to explain, but it's just like it's like one guy gives everybody else permission to be a gross guy.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I'm not supposed to be here.
You're like, no, I don't care what kind of porn you watch.
Oh.
Yeah, it does happen a lot.
Yeah, so that's my honest answer. And
Probably talking about your feelings openly with other people? Or no, does that not? Is that inaccurate?
I think that's maybe from your perspective.
What do you
right?
mean?
Like, because since you're a guy, you feel like you can't talk about your feelings openly.
I do
right?
think that's true. I think guys
Yeah.
have to mediate it through a different...
But I mean, I don't know.
yeah, I think that's still something we struggle with.
Yes. I mean, yeah. Well, I think being like forced to be feeling like accommodating, polite, you know, like
We've just suppressed so much.
yes, like not taking up space. So, you know, I feel like, I don't know, men have a lot more authority in that sense to like just be like, here I am, whatever.
That's true.
There's a lot more just an innate confidence because the society is made it that way.
Yeah.
I will say people talk about man spreading a lot.
Yeah.
I see people women spreading all the time on the
Sure,
subway.
I do. Got to air it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or no, not even, but I guess it's not like spreading.
know.
It's
I
like
know.
leaving all your like shit on the...
Yeah.
Yeah, your bag.
Yeah.
Your bag. I see that a lot too.
I used to have a joke that never worked about how women spreading is when someone takes up too much space in Pilates.
Oh.
But see, you didn't laugh, but it's just true. But it's true.
Yeah, just like,
it's
oh.
true, and it's something I deal
Yeah.
with several days a week, and I want to murder them.
Yeah.
I've never done Pilates. Have you?
No.
Mary has.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have.
She's always telling me
did
I
it
should go to her
today.
exercise classes
She's
with
so
her.
strong.
And I'm worried because I think I would bomb pretty badly.
Yeah.
I
with
tell
them.
you should come to spin with me, which
Yeah.
Jill has done,
have.
and Jill did a
Yeah,
great
yeah.
job.
Thank you, Mary. Can you lift Pedro, you think? No. Okay. Really? You don't think you could like with your
Yeah.
legs? You don't think you could get
Oh, with my legs, yeah,
Yeah, you could do like a Superman with him?
probably.
Yeah.
We should try it. That'd be fun.
You're so strong.
Yeah.
I have a lot of lower body strength. I
Yeah.
was thinking kind of arms. No,
But maybe you could probably bear hug him up, right?
yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's try
We'll
after
try it.
this. We'll
Yeah.
see.
I can't wait.
I'm pretty strong.
Yeah.
You're strong too.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I think so. Look at that.
Fuck yeah.
Look
Oh
at
my
that.
God.
Jill's got guns.
Hell yeah. Would you ever
Is the camera getting this?
Would you ever want to get ripped? like super ripped?
It seems like a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, and you can't eat a
Yeah.
lot of
Yeah, yeah,
particular
yeah.
things. Like I eat pretty healthy, but like you can't have like any carb. You know. It's
I
too
know.
much.
You can't have rice.
Yeah, I love rice.
I love rice.
You can't even have rice?
No,
Damn.
the most.
Pedro kind of always forgets that rice has carbs in it.
Yeah.
I just think it's like healthy and doesn't have, you know.
I did that Whole30 diet where you
Yeah.
only eat like whole whatevers for 30 days, and the thing I craved more than anything was fucking rice.
Oh
Damn.
wow.
I
When
just,
did you do it?
Like a year ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did it like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
That's how I found out I'm allergic to gluten. And I
Wow.
Oh,
promise
right. Well, that was good.
and
Yeah.
I promise I won't talk about that again on the podcast. But that is how I found out because I ate bread after and I was like, oh, that's why I always feel like shit.
Yeah.
What's been pissing you off recently?
The sun.
Really?
Yeah. This time of year, the angle of the light irritates me.
Huh.
Like when it hits my eyes.
It's kind of always in your eyes.
Yeah. Do you not feel that?
No,
When
I
it's-
get it. Yeah.
It's like the summer and fall light just it's just it's just beating on me.
You don't think it's beautiful too? I know when it's directly in your eyes, I get it's
When
really
it's
annoying.
in the eyes, it's annoying. But I do yeah, it's beautiful.
But it's like there is a quality to like fall sunlight where it's like, what the fuck? It's
Yeah.
incredible. It's like magic hour.
yeah, that I like, but I have to say when it's beating in my eyes and it's like humid and hot and there's no escape like it was a few days ago.
Yeah.
I can't it
This
makes me
weekend
wanna,
was tough.
Yeah, rip out my hair.
And
Yeah.
floss with it.
Sorry to hear that. What about you, Mary?
What's been pissing me
Yeah.
off? people.
Yeah.
I feel like right now I'm like a reactive dog, like over threshold.
Yeah.
I just need a break from the city.
Oh, you're leaving tomorrow.
Yeah. I feel like I need a break from the city. Everyone's been pissing me off. I'm about to snap. Drivers cutting me off on my bike. Just men being rude to me.
Yeah.
Women being rude to me. Just everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Non-binaries being rude to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to exclude anyone.
Adams.
I just have certain times of year. I think it's spring when it starts to get nice out and everyone else has like been inside all winter, but I've been out.
Right.
And everyone else comes back out and is just an asshole
Yeah.
and like shoves you out of the way.
Yeah.
And then this time of year when all the summer people who leave, everyone who has money and leaves for the summer comes back.
Yeah.
And then they get real pushy again. And I'm
Right.
just like, I've been here. Get out of my way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not even like that. I'm like, I'm a woman. I'm not taking up space, but other people just like get in my way and shove
Yeah.
me out of the way. Yesterday, I was biking over the Williamsburg Bridge and this guy passed me on a bike. And as soon as he passed me, he spit and it hit
Oh.
the ground and ricocheted onto
Damn.
me.
Ew.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Shit like that.
That's how
I
you
was like,
get bird flu.
I know. Maybe I have it.
Yeah.
Sorry. If I do, sorry.
That'd be cool. You can like hear people getting bird flu in real time.
Yeah. What's pissing you off, Pedro?
I don't know. You know what? This is not a trend, but just a specific instance, similar to what Mary was saying. I was on the train back from Penn Station, and this fucking, like, I don't know, he looked like 16 or something. He was just like, it was like a super crowded train. He was like standing in the doorway, not letting anybody pass by him, and he was like rolling a blunt.
Come
the
on,
train,
man.
And just being all like fucking suspicious and like,
Like, nobody cares that you're
Yeah.
rolling a fucking blunt.
Yeah.
Get out
It
of
was
the
really-
way.
Grow up.
Grow up.
that
We're
was
all
really
rolling
annoying me.
blunts.
Yeah.
But then I was also, I was kind of like, part of me was like, I kind of want to give him a dirty look, but then I was like, I don't really want to
Yeah. Then you
engage. Then I'm engaging, and then,
right,
you know.
and you never know what he's gonna do.
No,
Yeah.
truly.
Yeah, you can't
You can't
lock
engage.
eyes with
Yeah.
No,
crazy people.
No.
Can't engage.
you'll get stabbed.
Yeah, I've been getting yelled at by a lot of women for having bear off leash in the park. Some older woman tried to lecture me and my sister about it. Like,
Was it
you
the
kn-
right time to have him off leash?
We were just in a little park. We let him chase a squirrel, and this woman was like, the neighbors here don't like dogs barking. It's a park where guys hang out like all night blasting music. So we
Right.
just ignored her, and then she went, "Do you understand English?" And so we just pretended we didn't.
Yeah.
And then we were in Prospect Park, and it wasn't quite the right time.
Yeah.
But he ran up. He was being really quiet and good, and this woman was like, "It's not off leash hours," and I just went, "I know.
Yeah.
Mind your own business. Why are you
Fuck off.
enforcing? They're not your rules. Why are you
Right.
enforcing them on someone
It's
else?"
just a dog enjoying his life.
Yeah, fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't engage. I ignore.
that's smart.
Yeah.
You at times have been
I
open to
engage.
street arguments. Yeah.
I've been very open to them.
Yeah.
Lately, I'm not engaging.
Yeah. Some guy said fat pussy to me the other day, and I went, "Fuck you."
That's good.
Yeah.
Good for you. Yeah, guy cut around me while I was going to the gym, like literally like trying to just block my bike, and went, "You fat ass." And I was like, "I'm trying to solve it."
Yeah.
You like it.
Damn.
Damn, dude. Do you get yelled at about your anatomy ever?
Not in the
No,
way that I
yeah.
do.
No?
No.
Yeah.
No.
I get yelled at way more than he does.
Wow.
A woman did tell me I'd look. Truly, she was like, "You'd look better if you smiled."
Aw.
I actually did get that.
When did you get that?
Like years ago. And, yeah.
I was gonna say,
Years
do I have to
ago.
kill her?
Coming for your
Yeah.
man. Only I get to see his smile.
So that I just remember being like, "Oh wow, that's." I guess that's what that's like.
Yeah.
But it was, different because it didn't
Right.
feel aggressive. It was just like, it was like a
Yeah.
little bit sweet, but also
Right.
unwelcome, I suppose.
Right.
Yeah.
You're like, don't tell me how to live my life.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is not really related, but it did remind me that this is very sad. The day that the Sandy Hook shooting happened, I was walking around. I was in college. I was just like really disturbed and like,
Right.
walking around looking really sad. And this girl I knew was like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, I don't know. Did you see the news?" And she was like, "Oh yeah, but you just have to have like a good attitude."
Cool.
Oh my god.
And she was like a huge stoner. I just remember.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that.
Whoa.
It was funny.
Have a good attitude.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah. Toxic positivity.
There it is.
It is a thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's an interesting phenomenon.
Yeah, that's a crazy thing to say.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to look at a painting?
Sure.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just thinking of
Yeah.
when someone we know died, and then I saw someone else I know that night, and I was like, "How are you?" And he was like, "I'm great. Someone I reached out to is going to work on sketches with me. How are you?" And I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm kind of sad." And he went, "Yeah, listen, we're in comedy. You just know a lot of people. Some of them are going to die."
and then a different friend of ours died, and that same guy said the same thing to me.
Yeah,
Whoa, you're gonna have to tell me who it is off air.
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
not going to be surprised at all.
Yeah.
You're going to be. I know it's someone you don't
Yeah.
like.
Oh, good.
Okay, this is Georgia
Oh, when I'm
O'Keeffe.
validated.
I forget what was the name of the painting, Scott.
Canna?
Red Canna. That's what it is.
Red Canna.
And can you open the page where, because it has a description on it somewhere.
Did you
the
choose this
link I
because
sent
we're
you.
women?
I do really like Georgia O'Keeffe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
I like it. It's pretty.
Yeah, I mostly love her early work.
Yeah.
I do like all the vaginal petal
Yeah.
stuff, but her early work's really cool.
Yeah.
What is her early work like?
It's
like
more
her
like
southwestern stuff.
yeah,
right? Yeah.
sketches, landscapes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool, but I like this too.
I did choose this because you're women, and I thought you would say funny things about it.
Okay.
But I also was
Pretty
like,
hack, Pedro.
yeah,
I
it's a
thought
little
it-
hack. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was because of
Yeah.
me.
But I
'cause
also know you like
me.
Georgia O'Keeffe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
But also, he wanted us to be like, it's a pussy.
It's
Yeah.
a pussy. There's a lot of folds.
Yeah.
There are a lot of folds.
Well, the thing I liked, I was looking at the description of the painting, and it doesn't say anywhere in it like, "Oh, this looks like a vagina."
oh, that's
It's just-
nice.
Yeah, but actually, it's kind of cool.
Yeah. Pattern. Oh, Bing trees.
There are like subtly vaginal descriptions, like as the shapes swell and taper across the plane, they pulse with color and energy, suggesting the artist's continuing fascination with themes of natural vitality.
Wow.
Translates the microcosm of the blossom,
Wow.
but they don't quite, say like
Pussy.
these famously look like vaginas. But yeah,
Yeah.
It is beautiful.
It is very
it's a really
pretty.
nice painting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry it was a hacky choice, but
No,
I was
no.
just kidding. I was just
We were
giving you a hard-
teasing.
giving you a hard time.
no, I can take it. It's okay. I think it was a little hacky, but sometimes hack is good. The
Fully
the first
engorged.
thought.
I do wish my vagina looked like that.
Really? That's a lot to clean.
Well, they self-clean.
That's true.
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah,
It's beautiful.
there
It actually is.
The
really
light,
nice,
The light is very
sort of
nice.
enchanting.
Yeah, very inviting. You
Yeah.
want to just stick your fingers in there.
Yeah, find the G spot and just
Just go to town.
yeah.
Who's your favorite painter, Jill?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not very good with painters.
Yeah.
I can't think of somebody.
What kind of do you like? Any kind of visual art?
Yeah. No, I would say I like impressionist paintings.
Okay, nice.
Like that guy who does the dots. I like that guy.
Yeah, Surratt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's awesome.
That's a Surratt the Dot. That's what they called him.
What's that?
Surratt the Dot.
Did they? That was a street name.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
I like that guy. I just went to a really cool art museum in Japan, and he wasn't a painter, but he did a lot of different mediums that were really cool, like really like dark animal hides and stuff.
Yeah,
It's very cool.
Nice, cool.
I forget his name, but I don't. I'm not very good with art.
Yeah. I'm not a connoisseur, but
Yeah.
I do love it, and we live in a good city to
Yeah.
go to museums.
I like
Yeah.
Keith Haring a lot too.
Oh, cool.
He's fun. I like
Yeah.
pop art, I guess.
Yeah.
Pop art's
Yeah.
fun.
And then married, Georgia O'Keeffe is one of your favorites. And,
One of my
yeah.
favorites, but I feel like I get more in. I feel like I'm more interested in artists than art. Like I get really into like, if I find out like the story behind. Kind of what Jill was saying
Sorry.
earlier. Your joke. Googling like comedians who became famous in their 40s.
Yeah.
Like if I find out that a woman like had a whole life and was dedicated to her art throughout it, and then became successful later. Like Louise Bourgeois. Like I know.
Oh yeah, she's cool.
I think her work's really cool, but like I'm more into like her. She had like 4 kids, and then she just made all this art about like the misery of being like like a housewife and mother, and this how suffocated she felt because she, you know, she was working in like I don't even know, like the, you know, a long time ago when women didn't have a great position. Or like Georgia O'Keeffe just seems like a badass. I do really like her work. Or we saw when we went to the Whitney, that exhibit of Ruth Asawa. Remember?
Oh,
the
yes.
Japanese
yeah.
woman
That was really
who was
cool.
another. She didn't really become. She was like very well known in the art community, and she was an arts educator her whole career. But she didn't become like very successful until she was like older.
Yeah.
Like 70s, 80s, I think.
Yeah.
And her work is really cool. So
Yeah,
I think
it was a lot of like it was a lot of really cool patterns, I remember, and then it was a lot of
Oh,
because she's known
Yeah.
for her sculpture.
That's right. Yeah.
So
yeah.
it was an exhibit of her drawings. She drew every single day
Wow.
of her
Yeah.
life, you know, from the time she started drawing.
Yeah. How would you describe this to someone who's just like listening?
Oh,
It's a lot. Yeah, I see.
oh,
It's just a lot of like.
Very intricate.
Yeah.
intricate pattern
Yeah.
that sort of looks like sculpture. So you can
Yeah.
see how her drawings became sculpture.
Yeah.
And she did wire sculpture, these like hanging
Cool.
wire sculptures. Yeah.
Those were awesome. I loved those.
Yeah, and that's what she was best known for.
And then
Wow,
when we
those
were
are
in Mexico
awesome.
City, we went to the Frida Kahlo house,
Oh,
like her
Frida
actual
Kahlo's
house, and that was really nice.
Yeah.
That, you know, just like seeing
Yeah.
where she grew up and
Yeah, and that's another one where like I like Frida Kahlo's art. It's
Yeah.
definitely not like her paintings aren't like my favorite. I think they're really cool, but I'm more like into her.
Yeah.
I just I
Yeah.
just want someone who's gonna like reassure me that I still like have a chance to be discovered in some way. I'm like, oh, I can still
think,
still
you know,
have it all.
I think this might be the podcast that does it.
This is it. Hello,
Yeah.
dear.
Yeah.
Everybody, this is the whatever episode that people will talk about forever.
Can we? Oh, do you guys have anything else you want to say about Red Canna?
No, it's just beautiful.
It's beautiful.
It
I
is
love
really
that. I
nice,
really
yeah.
don't think it looks like a vagina. I know. I mean, when I look at her paintings, I really do see
It
flowers.
looks like
and I'm
many
like,
vaginas.
yeah, I'm like, I get it.
No,
but
sure. Yeah,
also,
bouquet.
everyone's a fucking perv who.
that's true.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think it was her intention as well, but
Yeah.
you know.
Okay, can we go to the poem? This is by Jewel, the 90s recording artist Jewel. This is
Notoriously
yeah,
amazing poet.
yeah. This is and by the way, this I just appreciate that this is the website that I found. It's just an angelfire.com website from the 90s.
Oh
So
my
it's like
God.
just the
Wow.
worst. Like
Wow.
okay, this is called Father of a Deaf Girl. So one of us can read it, or we can listen to an AI voiceover lady read it. What would you guys prefer?
I can read it.
You want to read it?
Do you
Mary?
want to read it, Jill?
No,
What-
you read it. Why don't you read the first thing and I'll read the second?
Yeah,
thing?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
let's do
Mary
that.
read the
Let's
first
do that.
paragraph. Jill reads the second
Yeah.
paragraph.
Sorry. Every time her hands began to stutter, he became enraged. She threw these fits sometimes, and he never took the time to understand what they meant. Her words were wasted on him. Her hands useless birds, caged by their questions, and he would immobilize them, tying her wrists together so they'd jump like awkward fish, gasping at the shock of air. Should I do the next part as Jewel?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay. Let's see if I can kind of channel. Unheard, they dance like that for hours. Her eyes full of. Okay.
Are you losing it?
Desperation. On the other side of the closet door, I kind of lost it. He never even knew what they were saying.
All right, Jill.
I want to fly from here. 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 I want to fly from here.
Okay, so that was Father of a Deaf Girl by Jewel.
Wow.
So my rationale for choosing this, I got Mary a book of Jewel's poetry a long time ago, kind of as a joke, but also because you have a joke about Jewel.
She loves Jewel.
Yeah,
I like her for music.
yeah. And I know she's like kind of infamously bad poet. And I was
Yeah.
just like looking through, and I was
Yeah.
just expecting some bullshit, you know, about whatever, like the girls smoke their cigarettes, and,
Right.
whatever. But then,
Smoking your
cigarettes. Then I saw this, and it's just like kind of a brutal poem about
Yeah.
a deaf girl being abused, and I was like,
Yeah.
I just had this sense of like, what the fuck?
Jules dark.
Yeah, it was
well,
dark.
She was homeless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she has a lot of
I also don't.
songs about adolescent like trauma.
Yeah, and
Do
I
you
don't know
remember
if she
Fat
knows.
Boy?
I was wondering if she knew, if this is someone she knew. Like, does she know like a
Right.
deaf person, or did she just was
She
she
was
just in her head
imagining,
like,
yeah.
wouldn't it be fucked up if there was a deaf girl
Who got abused
Yeah, wouldn't
by
that
her
be wouldn't that
dad.
be fucking dark? And
He's
it
like,
is.
shut up, but
Yeah.
he's just tying her hands up.
I
doesn't
actually
really make a
don't.
lot of sense.
I mean, this is like this is upsetting. I don't think this is a horrible poem.
Yeah.
No, there's a lot of good imagery. I do.
Yeah.
I am.
It's making me feel something.
Yeah. I am a little like it says father that it's titled Father of a Deaf Girl,
Yeah.
but it's about the girl.
Yes.
So that's kind of interesting to me. That's like, whose story are we telling?
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Very true. Perspective is important.
Yeah.
He never even knew what they were saying.
He never learned to ASL. Is that?
I think that's yeah. I think that's what happened.
Yeah. She threw fits sometimes and he never took the time to understand what. Wow. What a dick.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think this poem would
is-
be better.
It seems a
if
little
it didn't have the
unrealistic.
second paragraph.
I want to fly
Yeah.
from here.
I think
Yeah.
I think that makes it cornier
Yes.
than yeah.
Tell me I'm a bird, you know?
Yeah.
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 Thank you for not doing a deaf voice, by the way, when you read the second paragraph, Jill.
Oh, I didn't even
I appreciate
consider
your
that.
restraint.
I
Yeah,
should
yeah.
have.
If
Yeah.
only we had that idea.
I know.
Either of us.
No, it would have been offensive if you did. So I just thank you for not.
Oy. Yeah.
Awkward fish gasping at the shock of air. I mean, that's well written.
Yeah, no, it's not. Yeah, a lot of the other
It
poems I
is.
saw were kind of just corny and bad, and this one is like, it's like I think it's the tone is wrong somewhere. Like it's
Right.
too much of something.
Well, it's like she's old enough to know how sign language herself, right?
Oh, but I guess no one ever taught her because I mean,
And he doesn't understand, she knows it and he doesn't understand it.
yeah,
Because her hands begin to stutter. He became enraged. He threw fits sometimes, and he never took the time to understand what they meant.
oh yeah. So maybe she does
Her
know sign language, but
words.
she's like stuttering.
He doesn't
yeah.
get it,
Yeah,
which is weird. Like, how did they wind up here together, where she can speak perfect sign language and he doesn't?
Yeah, where's the mother? I would like to know.
Yeah.
yeah.
Where's the mother in this story?
Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe the mother's writing the poem.
Oh,
Oh.
She's like the
She's
mother
not
of the autistic kid earlier
Yeah.
who just like
Yeah.
sets up a camera.
John the
She's-
Baptist or
Yeah.
whatever. one
not
of the-
intervening. She's just watching.
Yeah.
The thing about Jewel is that she is good with words, but she is corny as hell.
Yeah.
And she loves to talk, sing, write about really dark things.
Yeah.
It does feel
Is
manufactured.
is her music good?
Oh, yeah, I think so. I think her first album was
Yeah.
good.
All I know is you can see myself. Yeah, that's all I know.
Yeah.
Mary knows a catalog, I think.
Yeah.
I know that album.
Okay.
And then I do know actually her second album with Fat Boy.
Fat boy.
There's a song called Fat Boy, and it's just like, he goes to school. It's just like about a fat boy getting
Oh.
bullied.
Nice. Yeah, she seems to be into that. Just like imagining some
Imagining,
some sad person.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying, adolescent
Yeah.
trauma.
yeah,
Yeah.
this does seem very manufactured. You know, it doesn't seem like this.
Yeah.
These don't seem like real people. That she's
Right,
encountering.
right.
Yeah. So I
Can
do.
we scroll down to? There's one about Las Vegas, Scott, on this page. I wonder if you can just like Control F search it or something. It's very short and it made me laugh.
I forgot Angel Fire even existed. I
Yeah,
used
it's
to
the
go on
best.
this site.
Yeah, I think is it just like a hosting website?
It must
I
Las
think
be.
Vegas,
so.
there you go. Yeah,
Las
yeah.
Vegas.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my God.
Jill, can you read this one?
yes, Las Vegas. Women who suck their cigarettes as though they were giving their hatred head.
What do you think of this one?
I
This is more like what I expected from the.
This is like
yeah.
something I wrote in high school.
yeah, but I kind of like it.
I like it too. It's very trashy.
It's trashy.
Yeah.
Giving I like anything about giving head.
There's
Giving
kind of
it
that's, it's an
poetry.
haven't heard that turn of phrase before.
Yeah, no, I like it. I think it's
Yeah.
good.
Hatred head.
Did you write poetry, Jill?
I did.
Oh, nice. What did you write about?
Just my trials and tribulations of a teenage girl.
Yeah.
You know,
Did you give your hatred head?
I think I did.
Yeah,
you know,
you did
wrote
start
about-
smoking young.
Huh?
You started
I know.
smoking young.
I did. I did.
Have you guys
Eh.
been to Vegas?
I have, yeah.
D-
Have you?
No.
No.
Does this poem accurately render the experience?
I was so drunk the whole time I was
Yeah.
there.
You were one of these girls.
I was one of those girls.
Yeah.
But I don't think so. I was definitely like, woo!
Yeah.
Have you been to Vegas?
Yeah, I went
Yeah.
once. I enjoyed it. It
It's
was
fun.
I liked fake Paris.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Never forget. We'll always have fake Paris.
Yeah, and then we went to the like it was some like Taco Bell cantina.
Cool.
It was sick.
You can just do that in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Maybe I'll go visit every Taco Bell cantina in the country.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
A good idea. Thank you.
You could probably get a lot of followers that way.
You probably would.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, right.
Good way. Good strategic. Jill, you have an MBA, and that is a
Yeah.
very business-like way
Yeah.
to think
Well,
about.
but Jill, maybe I just want to have
life.
the experience without mediating it through
That's true
content
too.
creation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could
Yeah.
create your own content of
Exactly.
character.
Okay. Do you guys have any questions for me?
Oh, where'd you get your suit?
I got this at a thrift store.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I got this tie on a website called tiebar.com.
Tiebar.com.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I don't know if I have any questions. How many of Jules' poems did you read?
I flipped through like 6 or 7. And I was like, all right, this Steph Girl one is like, it's like really depressing. Maybe we
Right.
should do something else. But I just kept going back to that one.
Yeah, it calls you back.
Yeah,
It does.
It does.
I get it.
Yeah.
When you have 2 male guests on, do you do a lot of hyper masculine?
Yeah, I mean,
Questions.
last week was 2 male guests.
Okay.
And, I asked them about the first time they masturbated.
Okay,
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah.
that's it.
That's it. Yeah, we did talk
it was
about
an hour
that for a
and
long
a half.
time. Yeah.
I'm really
I asked
glad
them-
you didn't ask us that question.
Yeah.
I refrained from that.
Would have
yeah.
Thank you.
would have hit a little different.
Yeah, it would have. I agree. I asked them what their favorite thing about weed was.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
yeah.
I would say it was more or less a perfect compliment to this one.
Wonderful. What
Yeah.
painting did you show them? I
I
guess I
sh-
could just watch the episode. Sorry.
What did I show them? Scott, do you remember what I showed them?
The wine.
Oh yeah. It was actually cool. It was an Edvard Munch poem about wine.
Oh.
And Edvard is a self-portrait with a glass of wine, and Edvard Munch is just like looking really bummed out and depressed, drinking wine by himself.
Aw.
I really
Yeah.
like Edvard Munch.
Yeah. We saw a great Edvard Munch exhibition.
We see art.
We're pretty cultured.
We
Yeah.
are
I can
cultured.
tell. Look at this.
Yeah.
Did you ask your male guests what they like most about being men?
No, but I did ask Bobby Condon if he likes being a man.
What did he
What did he
say?
say?
He said yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like,
he seems-
he's like, I enjoy the privileges. that
Yeah.
come
Yeah,
with it.
he seems
Yeah.
like he seems into it.
Yeah, he can yell anytime
Yeah.
he wants.
Yeah.
I apologize for that question. It came off worse than I expected. But I also decided to just,
okay.
Hey, let it fly.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a no holds bar.
You never know when you're going to have another opportunity to talk to a woman, and
That's
No,
true.
it might never happen.
Situations.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to?
Wow.
Oh,
In
good
life?
one.
Yeah.
Just continuing to crush, I guess.
Okay,
and Just
cool.
continuing to have
Slaying
like,
every day.
millions of listeners to this podcast
Yeah.
and making a lot of money from it.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good
answer.
And, I hope, continuing to have great friends in my life.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
No.
And then we're gonna go home and pet our dog later. That'll be
Yeah,
nice.
that's always
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. Does Spartacus get really excited when you come home?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he wakes up and he's like, ooh,
Yeah.
and then he gets excited.
That's cute.
All right, Mary, Jill, thank you for doing the podcast. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Pedro. This has been an absolute pleasure.
yeah,
yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Jill is doing my show next week.
Yes.
By the time you hear this, it will be it will
It'll
have
be
already
over.
happened. But Jill will have crushed.
Thank you.
And,
Definitely.
And,
Okay, well, we'll
yeah,
see.
Mary will be on in the future, and it's the last Tuesday of every month.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah. Come to the show.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello, dear.